Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I want to pour the Christmas bowls from Molds and Shapes, and I want to go with gold and white. I have here these leaves which I put into my resin. I'm using here the Mastercast resin, a high viscosity resin. And I just made the leaves a little bit small, these golden leaf sheets, and I put them into the hangers of the Christmas balls. And you see that I'm just spreading it a little bit how I like it to be, just very delicate at the hangers itself. So I really love this mold, and I guess you already noticed, I guess also during the past years, I used this mold very often and I just love it. I just love these bowls, and it gives a nice Christmas decoration on your Christmas table, very festive, depending on how you pour your coasters. So now I'm just taking care for my clear resin. I put the clear resin into the molds and I try to spread it or divide it rather equally. So sometimes it takes a while, and I hope you don't mind that I take you down to the whole process for this. I made my video a little bit faster, so you are not getting too bored, but yes, some people would like to have a full tutorial. Some people don't like the mixing. Some people like the mixing of the colors. Some people like to see how I'm taking care of my clear resin, especially when doing the flowers and so on and so on. So sometimes it's not easy to decide how you do your videos. So it would be nice to hear from you what you prefer, if you rather have it a little bit shorter, if you like it to be a little bit longer. So I'm very curious about your opinion. Anyway, I'm just taking care for my clear resin at the edges to pop some bubbles. And now I just use my torch and make sure that some bubbles which are trapped at the sides, at the bottom, or on the surface of the mold, I'm just taking care for them. And there was something in my resin, sometimes also challenging, but then I can start pouring. So I have here my white, and it's just the pigment drops from Etter-Art, and I added a little bit of the interference champagne, and I'm going in a spiral for the first two Christmas balls. And you see, I was not so accurate. I don't know, at that day I didn't have such a quiet hand like I normally have, but sometimes it is like it is. It's not every day the same. So anyway, I'm smoothing out a little bit where I start and stopped with my white, and then I'm using the gold. It's a metal gold from Colorberry, and I'm just making another spiral on top and also in between my white. You see it. So I'm hoping for some nice effects, of course, in gold and white, because I think white and gold is very elegant. I personally like it very much. So the next coaster, I'm doing the loops. You saw me doing these before, and I think sometimes they create a different flower shape, but I really like it. So it looks rather wild when you pour it, but anyway, we will see. And now I'm going outside with my gold, just outside. I'm not doing loops there either. I'm only making sure that I have some gold outside. And now there are the last two, and you see I'm going from left to right. And I've done this pattern last year a couple of times, and I really like it. And sometimes I wished the resin would stay like this, how it's now, because I really like this effect. But maybe then I need to have my resin much, much thicker, and even let the Mastercast stay like 15 minutes or something like this, because the Mastercast resin has a working time from around about 35 to 40 minutes. So there was still a gap of white, so I put some more white in this one Christmas ball. And now I can start doing my design. And here I'm just going from the outside to the inside in total 8 times. You see it there? And then I'm just going from the inside to the outside. So the classical flower pattern. And yeah, you can already see how the gold is working, how the white is working, and it's already closing up very, very nicely. So it's also a challenge to pour in winter. I have the Mastercast resin on top of my heating system, so it gets warm and smooth. But I can tell you guys, in the summer it's much easier for me to pour flowers than it is in winter time. So, or well, autumn winter time when it's getting cold. But I'm still hoping for some nice blooms and yeah, a little bit like something different from a normal bloom. So there I just put my stick from the outside to the inside, and they are like little bows, as you can see, and this is where I put my stick through, a little swirl, and then these can also work. And now I'm just going with a one swirl in these ones, and of course I'm also hoping for some nice effects on the other side. And with the last one I'm doing exactly the same thing. And then I'm practically done. So I will take you down for a close-up, and you can see the resin worked very nicely. And I'm quite positive not to have too much blobs, but you never know, and especially with the matte gold, normally it should float more on the top, but you never know because resin has its own head, as you know. But so far, I really like the patterns which I could create in this pour. Yeah, you see also there the gold really closed up. And there you have the white in the center, and there you have the swirly ones, where I'm also very, very curious how these are turning out because I like this pattern very much. Anyway, next day, and you can see it changes again. I mean, after pouring, I think the resin was working still another 10 to 15 minutes, and you can see that it just made whatever it needed to make. It was really traveling to the center, and yeah, I'm quite curious because of the gold, you cannot see too much from the other side. And I don't know what to expect, but we will see in a second. So now I'm starting with the top row, and this is the one where I did the spirals. And look at this. The gold is here a little bit blobby, but actually I don't mind. I think they look very festive and very nice for a nice Christmas table. That's what I'm thinking. And sometimes I don't mind a little bit blobbies because it really takes to the depths of your design. And I love these ones where you have the wispy gold on the other side because there's white in front and the gold has a nice shimmer through. And now the one with the swirl and the back and forward, you know what I mean, from left to right. And I love this design. I really love it. I love it very much. It's very unusual, but I think it's perfect for Christmas. So now the bottom row, again starting with the one with the spirals. And I love this one. I really love this one because there you see a little bit more white than in the other one. Now there's the second one where I did the loopy loops. And let's have a look here. I also like this one. I love on this one really the wispiness, and yeah, This is me. I don't know about you, but I really adore this. And now there are the swirly ones again, and yeah, I love this one as well. I really do. And I think the one with the swirlies, they are really my favorites. But I wonder what you are thinking. I will take you down for the final results, and you can see even through the sides the 3D effect. There's a swirly one, there's a wispy one, and yeah, look at these. I think they look very, very nice on a Christmas table. And like I said, I'm very curious how you are thinking, if you like this pour, and just, yeah, let me know in the comments. I would be very happy. So anyway, I wish you a nice evening and thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.